All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. YouTube has changed so freaking much in like the last year. It's not even funny. So I don't know if. Let's see, is this thing even working? Let's find out if we're live, folks. If somebody's online and watching me, just put something in the chat, please. So I don't. All right, looks like we're good here. All right, let me link people to this one. Let's see here. So yeah, Raw is on right now, and they oh my god, I can't watch this shit no more, guys. Welcome everybody from Pillar to Post. Oh my god, I need to work out something here on the one. I mean, I kind of like this. Oh, thank you, James. It's working. Okay. Sorry. So here's what happened. Um, here's what happened. It's telling me my video resolution is 960 by 540. Okay, it's a fucking logo. Um, so here's what happened. I came back off the road in September. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs and fire the computer up. And it literally looked like, if you ever seen the movie Casper, they, like the part where they go down to Casper's dad's old laboratory and everything's all covered with like cobwebs and stuff. That's how my computer looked. There were cobwebs from the monitor to the desk. There were cobwebs all over the keyboard. It looked like I hadn't used this computer in like 5 years when it only had been one. So I fire it up, and I discovered that the sound card is not working. I can't get anything out the microphone into things. So I decide, okay, let's try this. As I tweak this setting and I tweak that setting, and the soundboard that I use, the mixer that I use, has its own driver that has to go with the computer. And the crazy part is the computer wasn't even recognizing it as a it's a USB thing. It plugs in via USB. The computer wasn't recognizing it even after I recycled the driver and all that good stuff. So I said, screw it, and decided to reset the computer altogether. Factory reset, start from scratch with her. So every file that I had on the computer, from the theme song to the Johnny P's Cream of Rice ad, it's gone. Didn't have a chance to back it up, couldn't back it up, didn't have time to back it up. So, clean slate here from Pillar to Post. I got lots of things I want to talk about here tonight. Golly, this fucking this Monday Night Raw is just. I'm sitting here watching this, and they're hyping Crown Jewel, and man, can they dig their hole any deeper? Can they dig their fucking hole any deeper? Because not only are they digging their hole deeper here. R.I.P. my files. Yes. There wasn't that much there anyway. It's just a bunch of stupid shit that I downloaded, and any important pictures like my child's baby pictures, all that good stuff. It got emailed, but like stupid shit like wrestling shoot interviews that I had and all that crap, it's gone. It's gone. The CWF Mid-Atlantic stuff that I did at the Royal Rumble or at the Rumble back in 2016, I believe it was, it's gone. I'm going to have something to say about CWF in the coming weeks that may shock somebody or some people. I've already said it on the channel before. But man, I haven't been watching it, and the reason is I just don't have the time anymore. I'm hoping to get to a live show this year. Probably not Battlecade because I just haven't had time to follow it with everything going on. But so anyway, the files got backed up. The computer's working again. The sound card's working again. I re-download the driver from Yamaha because the some bastards out there going, "You some bitch, why don't you buy American? What's this Yamaha stuff?" But what the hell is Audible? The 64th Man, starring John Cena. And instead of hyping Crown Jewel, they got the Survivor Series logo there. They're already. Oh, God, I got to turn this off. I'm not even watching Raw anymore. Turn this off. You got Flair and Hogan on there. Just, oh. I look forward to Wednesdays now. Kind of. Say I'm right, Jeff Edwards. If you're listening to this, say I'm right. Oh. But anyway, re-download the stuff from Yamaha and got it back working and had to move the computer upstairs because Joe can't climb stairs anymore, folks. And there's a reason for that. This brings me to the reason why I had to come off the road. I went to an orthopedic doctor about a week ago, and they found out that I have bone spurs on both of my kneecaps that are grinding into my thigh bones. Yeah. I've been dealing with knee pain, like chronic knee pain, since I was about maybe 18 years old. And now we have the reason why. And it could be worse depending on the MRI, but I can't do the MRI until my insurance won't even think about paying for the MRI until I go through 4 weeks of physical freaking therapy again. So yeah, going up and down stairs sucks. Getting in and out of the truck sucked. Getting in and out of the trailer sucked. Anytime I'm on my knees at all, sucks. So I ended up coming off the road. Too many bumps on the bump card. Yeah, well, it all started from when I was on the wrestling team back in high school. And this guy shot a double leg on me. And I went down onto my knees. And it just, all my weight came down onto my knees when he did that. And it just immediately something went wrong. And it's been bothering me since then. I mean, it really started bothering me in my late 20s. But here within the last couple of years, oh man, I go up and down stairs and I can feel bone on bone, which it is bone on bone because and the bone spur thing, I've talked to several people, and the only thing that they can really do is go in and shave it down. There's nothing that they can give me that'll shrink it. It's so weird. Like if you look at the x-rays, it looks like my kneecaps are growing horns. It's weird. But anyway, I had to come off the road because of it. And I've gotten a local job at a pharmacy delivering drugs to people's houses. So you can say I'm a drug mule legally. And so yeah, I'm off the road. I'm like, okay, might as well start podcasting again. So that's the state I'm in now. It is painful. It is very painful. So yeah, we're going to start podcasting again. I've already been in contact with Jeff Edwards. Jeff Edwards, by the way, we need to get Jeff Edwards some help as far as his subscriber count goes. He's got 4 subscribers right now. If you're listening to this, go and look up Blading for Truth. He's done a couple episodes. His first video was on the Joker movie, which I have not seen yet. I'm hoping to go see it this weekend. He's got videos on AEW up there, which Say I'm right, Jeff. Say I'm right. I told you. I freaking told everybody. The second this crap was announced at the start of the year, I told everybody. It's going to fizzle out quick. We're all going to be complaining about it. The only good thing on that show is Cody. I've been flipping back and forth on these Wednesday night wars. It's not a fucking war. It's not a war. Like the cola wars back in the late 80s. I like Pepsi and I like Coke. Actually, I'll go you one better. My favorite cola is RC. So, but it's like I can go to the store and I can buy Pepsi and then I can turn around and buy a Coke. And I can enjoy them both. And I can give them both my money. It's not a war. And I heard Brian Alvarez. I want to say it was on either yesterday or today's Wrestling Observer Radio. Talking about how ratings mean everything. And he went through a bunch of shows, like a list of shows that have been canceled. And all of them, pretty much most of them, well, he mentioned at least 4 or 5 that are on Netflix. Let me tell you something, Brian Alvarez, if you're listening, about Netflix. Their original programming is only meant to last 3 or 4 seasons. They learned this lesson from certain shows. That after 3 or 4 seasons, people start getting fucking bored. Look at Sons of Anarchy. Look at The Walking Dead. That show's still on. So what Netflix does, I got a feeling Stranger Things, their next season, if they do one, it's the last. That's why they they're ending Daredevil and everything else after 3 or 4 seasons. It wasn't the deal with Disney starting their own streaming service. Glow is ending. One of them was Glow. Yeah, Glow is only meant to last 4 seasons. It's their strategy. They and it's a good strategy at that. You know why it's a good strategy? Because actors. The longer a series goes, the more money an actor wants to do it. And the more costly it gets to produce. So they cut their losses. And stop it before it gets out of hand. So, and I don't see how he can sit there and go, ratings are everything with these shows, this show, this show, this show. They're not pro wrestling. It's apples and oranges, man. I can watch AEW or NXT and then turn around and watch the other one on my DVR. They didn't have, DVR was in its infancy back in the day. I don't even think they had it during 2001. They had TiVo, which you had to buy. You were going out and buying this big, huge... Remember TiVo? Does anybody else remember TiVo? You could go to like Best Buy or Radio Shack and buy a TiVo box, which is a DVR. And then you hooked your cable line into it, or your cable box up to it, and then you called up TiVo and said, I want to activate your service. You had to hook your landline into it too, I believe. So it had to have internet connection. Some of them did, some of them didn't. But you had to buy this $600, basically you're buying your DVR. Comcast was like that in the beginning. If you wanted more space to record stuff, you had to buy a second box. 100 hours is what you got originally with a Comcast DVR. I know, because I was the first one out of my group of friends back in the day to have this box, this Comcast DVR. And I didn't even get that until like 2003. So you could the glorious of the technology, folks. I can watch both. There is no war. There's no war. Just like I could go to McDonald's, I can buy a Big Mac for lunch, and then if I still want a fucking hamburger for dinner, I can go buy a Whopper from Burger King in the same day and give them both my money. How is that a war? I'll tell you who makes it a war. It's these toxic fucking fans. And this is the reason why I don't go to indie shows anymore. It's the same way I made a video about how at the last UK takeover, those fucking idiots kept me from wanting to watch. I wish to God I didn't love the commentary as much as I did, because I turned the sound off and just watched the match. But the commentary with Vic Joseph and Nigel was so good. So it's these toxic freaking fans on Twitter that are sitting here just, the AEW is the best. They got all this. They got Jericho. They got that. They got that. Oh, NXT's the best. They take it more serious. They got this. They got that. They got... Come on. You all know my stance on AEW. I'm not even really going to go into it, because I can tell you right now, I don't enjoy half their shit. The dude with the hands in his pockets pisses me off. The Young Bucks, every time I see the Young Bucks come on my screen, I turn the channel to NXT and I see what's going on. I'm a channel changer. I flip back and forth every night. And if you follow me on Twitter at Joe Pillow to Post, you'll see. Okay, this match against this match, this one won. This one won me over. I'm watching this one. AEW's got this on while the women are over here farting around on NXT. Okay, I got this one. AEW got my viewership here. Hell, remember, some people are saying they watch this shit in picture. So, there is no war. It's only toxic fans. It's toxic fans. I want to talk about this too. I want to talk about this right here. And I got to do it. I got to bring it up. This comes from PWInsider.com. Got to do it. The Jordan Miles stuff. Look at that. Dude, I'm on both sides of the coin here. Is the shirt racist? Yes. Old Black Sambo. Bruce Mitchell. This ain't the first time they've done something like this. Bruce Mitchell, column about a year and a half ago, talking about them throwing pancakes out. And then WWE issues this release. He approved the shirt for sale. No shirts have been sold. And then this guy just basically goes on a rant. The whole system is flawed. You create a system where you can't trust anybody. You grow cold and you grow apart from what you love the most. I swear to God. We got to check all our boxes. Your opinion is bullshit. Everybody's citing Kofi. Here we go. Tweet after tweet. Yeah, they don't care. Here's Kofi. And you know what? Kofi's title reign should have been more. And maybe Jordan Miles is right about all this. But my opinion on it is, okay, you say that they're right. You tell them that they're right. You start this whole campaign. And that's all well and good. The For the Culture campaign. I'm all for that. Yeah, he buries Jay Lethal, calls Jay Lethal an Uncle Tom. Remember, folks, this is Saltine McCracker talking about racism. Let me tell you something here. And this is true. When they announced that USA was going to pick up NXT, or when NXT is going to USA, they scrambled to get T-shirts together for all these. Because let's face it, Jordan Miles, prior to this whole thing, that tournament that he was in, that he won, by the way, and that they gave him a shot, by the way, and then he hasn't been on TV since. And I wonder why, because he can't keep his fucking mouth shut. Why can't you do this internally? Because everybody's got to send a message. Everybody like Jordan Grace on Twitter. We gotta use our real names on Twitter, but we can use our fake names everywhere else. Guys, I warned you of this shit. I warned you of this. Everybody's got a fucking soapbox that they can't. If I got a problem with somebody that I work with, I really don't want to go blasting it on Twitter. Why? Because it's going to get me fired. Because it's bad publicity. But he's ACH. He'll go make money. Well, apparently not in Ring of Honor, but he'll go to Impact and take dick flips from Joey Ryan, or he'll go to AEW and take 50 super kicks from the Young Bucks to white people. But we can't have a shirt that buries me. Okay, I don't like the design. The shirt is fucking racist. Okay, I get that. But my thing is it really, I don't know. I mean, if they came out with a fucking shirt with a saltine cracker on it and painted Joe White over the cracker, I'm going to go to them and go, guys, come on, can we change this? Like, have you seen the Cameron Grimes shirt? The Cameron Grimes shirt, I bought one for the girlfriend. I bought one, and it looks like a country music t-shirt from 1999. It looks like an old Brooks and Dunn t-shirt. It literally looks like a country music band is going to, country music singer. Like, if I'm wearing the Cameron Grimes shirt out in public, I'm sitting there going, where can I get his album? And then when you tell someone it's a wrestler, they're like, oh. Okay, it's a wrestler. If anything, that shirt's racist too. Because it just says Trevor Lee's a dumb country music loving hick. Which I don't know the guy personally, maybe he is. But I mean, it paints a bad picture of people from the South. I mean, where's Trevor Lee standing up on his soapbox going, I ain't no hick. Take that crap down. I ain't no hick. I'm edumacated. Come on. And the company won't learn. It's a total mix of the company not learning and Vince McMahon thinking that they goddamn pal, it's vaudeville. We still live in the 50s. It's a mixture of that, and it's just a mixture of the culture that we live in, where everybody's got to have a fucking soapbox. There was a couple of years ago, I got in trouble on this channel and on Twitter. I don't even remember the idiot's name, but she was a woman who liked Kenny Omega. And I said, yeah, the only reason why you like Kenny Omega is because you're hoping that you'll maybe get on your hands and knees and smoke the guy one day. Or something to that effect. I called her a fangirl. Kenny Omega fangirl. And Jeff Edwards and AC get on the YouTube with her, which I still have not ever listened to that podcast, and I never will. And I get lambasted. I get ostracized for calling a spade, And then here it is now, 2019, and Edwards has had enough of the toxic femininity and the Nazis out there, and the Kurt Sutter getting fired from, Just all this shit. All this SJW shit. I remember a time when we didn't have that shoved down our fucking throats day after day after day, moment after moment. You got something to say about that t-shirt? Okay, here's what you do. You go to in private to your boss and go, hey, this is fucking racist. What the fuck were you thinking, you fucking moron? And then one of two things is going to happen. Either they're going to change the shirt and apologize, or they're going to fire you and get rid of the shirt altogether. But no, you got to go out there on Twitter. We always got to go to Twitter. Yeah, I'm going to tweet about you. I'm going to tweet about this. I'm going to tweet about this. I mean, there's a big difference to me, if you go to a hamburger joint and they get your food wrong for the 5th time, and then you go in there and go, hey, yo, what's with this? And then them putting a shirt out, and instead of you handling it professionally and privately, you got to go in there and give out corporate email addresses, which I actually found that pretty funny. You got to go out there and give corporate email addresses out, and we got to start a movement where we change our pictures to black and white. And, I mean, all this crap. It's all crap. Do you think things are really going to change in that company because you changed your pictures to black and white? No. They're not going to change till the old man dies. Which TikTok, I'm praying that's any day now. Because it's the only thing that's really going to save that company. You got a 70-something-year-old man that is still stuck in the 50s. He's still stuck in the 50s and 60s. I'm surprised he doesn't have 2 offices and put whites only on one of them backstage. It's a known fact the old man's a fucking racist idiot. Oh, but Joe, this is Paul Levesque doing this. Guys, come on. Everything that happens in that company rolls across Vince's desk at one time or another. It's Vince's company. So then, of course you have, you got places like, the Wrap. Places like the Wrap are picking this up. Let's go to the Wrap. Wrestler Jordan Miles furious over a Sambo-style t-shirt. WWE doesn't care about black people. No, they only pushed you and made you win a tournament and made you get over pretty much. Oh, here we go. Fuck Ring of Honor too. Name another African American who has reached great heights at Ring of Honor other than this Uncle Tom. Come on. There's the better review of the shirt. I saw this. I'll be honest. I saw this originally, and I'm just like, okay, it looks like teeth, and it looks fucking stupid. And then somebody had to, because I'm a white cracker, I had to go out there and freaking actually get the connection. And I'm like, yeah, they kind of fucked up on this one. But we can't handle it professionally. No, we got to get out there on our Twitter soapbox. We got to get out there on the Twitter soapbox. And we gotta make a big hullabaloo over everything. The big hullabaloo. When's it gonna stop? When are the feminazis and the SJWs and all this shit it's gonna stop? Why can't we handle it like men? It makes you look like a little bitch when you just want to. I'm surprised they can't release the guy now, and he knows it. He knows what he's doing. Come on, all these dumb SJW pricks know what they're doing. Let's make it, they can't fire me now. They could stop booking me, but they can't fire me. Because if they fire me, I'll point to this. No, we have tweets that we could point at saying that you're being belligerent. We're TVPG. You're using the F-bomb on Twitter while representing our company, while talking about our company. You're shaming other African Americans. Calling out your own race. It's kind of unprofessional. We could have handled this privately. Could have apologized to you, gave you the old Christmas ham. Gave you, hey, we're sorry. Here's, Could have even maybe turned this into a damn angle, but no, you had to go on there and use that social media. There's so many better ways that this could have been handled privately. For fuck's sake, Jordan Grace has released 2 books on DMs that she's gotten from men who are hoping that she's going to smoke them or some shit like that, Yeah, it's all well and good, but do you really need to put people's names and shit out there like that? And I haven't read the book. I don't know if she's actually got their names in the book, their Twitter handles in the book. Golly, man, I used to be such a fan of her, and now it's just like every fucking thing a guy does to you, you got to bring it up like a whiny bitch. God damn. For fuck's sake, if everybody knew how I grew up and how bullied I was, I'd be a fucking millionaire because I could have sued everybody. Let's get into some other news here. Let's get into some, I'll have more to say about wrestling here in the next coming days because I'm going to be doing these more often. Let's get into this here. This one's funny. This one I found funny. It's from the Hollywood Reporter. World Series' live broadcast captures 2 women flashing the camera. Game 5 of the World Series. I'm not going to play it. Bottom of the 7th. And they cut to like the pitch. They cut to this angle right here.
It's Game 5. People watching.
There it is right there. They're going to zoom in, and these 2 women up there in the grandstand, when they cut to this, they're going to flash the camera. Someone named Julie Rose on Twitter claimed credit for it. And she got the band put on her. See what this says here. I don't know if I could zoom in or not. Here we go. On October, dear blah, 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 regarding the incident on October 27th, 2019. On October 27th, 2019, you attended the World Series Game 5 at Nationals Park in Washington, D.C. During the game, you violated the fan code of contact by exposing yourself during the 7th inning. They even pinpoint it. You did this during the 7th inning. In order to promote a business. Oh, shit. You were also part of a scheme in which you include. You're part of a scheme. Oh, this is the world we live in, folks. You're part of a scheme in which you induced others to expose themselves to promote the business. You are hereby banned from all Major League Baseball stadiums and facilities indefinitely. Sincerely, David Thomas, Vice President, Security and Ballpark Operations, Office of the Commissioner of Major League Baseball. Oh, man. They make it seem like she plotted this whole thing out. You plotted this this scheme to show your boobies on national TV. Guys, if we watch the 6 o'clock news, we're seeing people getting tear gassed in China, and we're seeing people getting fucking burnt out of their homes by forest fires. We could show that. But a pair of boobies during Take Me Out to the Ball Game? No. And this woman, apparently, she is on Twitter. If you go check out her profile, she's at Julia Rose, I think. At Julia Rose _33. And if you check out her thing, her banner is the word tits. There's a YouTube video here. What is this?
Two other ladies in the stands, they make news with their chests. They have some fun of their own and zoom in and bam, and this guy getting a nice peek tells his buddy, hey, you got to check this out, dude. She's going to go too. Go, 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 go. Hell yeah. Okay.
But apparently, you know, there's people. Here's another one. Oh man, they got this one too. The memes are already starting. Apparently, there's views of this woman, you know, flashing herself at the ballpark, and apparently this woman does this all over the country. She just goes random places and exposes herself. Think of the children. Think of the children. Jesus Christ. Oh, man, I'm going to go to a break. Jeff Edwards, this is for you, man. When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit of NASCAR for you. We're going to talk about an old NASCAR speedway that has been forgotten and see if we can bring it back. We're going to talk about what went down in Martinsville yesterday between Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin. The big fight that they got into. And more. You're being taken from pillar to post. And we'll be right back after these messages.
We'll return after these messages.
So heavy rain is slowing traffic.
What time's your meeting?
8:30.
Oh, great. I have to be there by 8. Sitter isn't here yet.
You ready for more good news?
What now?
Kevin's diaper leaked. Everything's soaked.
Not today.
If you could buy a thin diaper that dramatically cut leakage, even overnight, wouldn't you try it? This is it. New Love's Deluxe. Now with the Night Guard system. No diaper has ever worked like this. If baby only wet once during the night, almost any thin diaper would do. But only Love's new Night Guard system quickly distributes wetness throughout the padding. So when baby wets again, other diapers can leak, but Love's can still absorb without leaking.
We better roll.
Everything's in good shape today.
Oh, is that that new diaper?
Now it's our only diaper.
Those things really work, don't they?
They really work.
Mommy, why did I get a cavity? Why?
Parents have to answer enough tough questions, so do all you can to prevent that one. Make sure you give your kids Crest. You see, Crest has Fluorostat. It's a unique formula, and no other toothpaste has ever done a test to prove it's better than Crest at fighting cavities. Crest, the dentist's choice for their patients, should be your choice for your children.
I hope I don't get a cavity next time.
I gotta take a break. I wanna play in the rain and take a break. 7-Up so cool and clear. Yeah, it feels as good as the rain that's out here. Gotta take a break. 7-Up. I wanna play in the rain and take a break. Feel so good coming down.
Now you could win a year's worth of free travel on United Airlines, plus $25,000. Look for the 7-Up Play All Day game.
7-Up.
Now back to our story.
If dinner gets a little too attached to your grill, reach for the ultimate cleaning machine, SOS. Nothing cuts the dirt on grills, white walls, or golf clubs faster. SOS, the ultimate cleaning machine.
You'll get it. Do it one more time.
I got it! Fever!
We got it too.
Yes. Elaine and Abracadabra.
A Night to Remember deserves a card from Hallmark, the place to go when you care enough to send the very best.
That's right. The commercials are back. Welcome back, everybody. Oh, man, they're calling for rain here on Halloween. The kid's kind of upset. I want to go trick-or-treating. I just got this long discussion with the kid. You can't. It's going to be raining. So, let's see here. Hold on. I'm trying to see. Well, resetting this. No, there we go. Okay. Sorry, I had a bit of a discussion with the kid. Had a bit of a snafu while the commercials were playing. But yeah, they're calling for rain here Halloween. I used to hate when it rained on Halloween. It means you couldn't go out and do nothing. You had to go to the mall. Your mom and dad dragged you to the mall for trick-or-treating. They always had the shittiest candy at the mall. Oh, man. So, I'm working on bringing a guy on to talk about this, but there's been a recent boom in the NASCAR community to bring back North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Carolina. Which, if you don't know where North Wilkesboro is, it's out there past Winston-Salem. And it used to be a very cool racetrack. It was out in the middle of nowhere. But it was a fun racetrack to go to. It was one of the last grassroots style racetracks before NASCAR went all corporate and everything like this, and is trying to get everybody they're trying to get everybody, you know, NASCAR has lost its identity. Their main goal should be, this business model has them saying, okay, we need to show everybody that we're not just a bunch of rednecks going around in circles. Meanwhile, the people who, you know, watch for the rednecks going around in circles are going, what is this bull crap? What is this corporate fueled bull crap? And they've stopped watching. Kind of like pro wrestling fans did in 2001. So now NASCAR's, you know, there's a move among the hardcore NASCAR fans to, you know, get grassroots racing back up and running and get North Wilkesboro back. And there was a guy on Twitter who has done a couple of videos about it. And it just, they're really good videos. I think, you know, Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's even like, hey, you know, well, I know the guy with the keys to North Wilkesboro Speedway, the keys to the gate. Let's go out there and see if we can clean the place up a bit. And it's gonna take people, you know, it's gonna take somebody stepping in who is like a billionaire to come in and completely redo that whole place, that whole track. Because North Wilkesboro, I mean, it's if you go on to YouTube and just type in North Wilkesboro Speedway, Bright Sun Films even did a video about it being abandoned. And it's totally dilapidated. You got grass growing up through the concrete or through the pavement out there and everything else. So I'm just hoping that maybe one day we could get North Wilkesboro back up and running. And that we could get, you know, short track racing better again. Because the race at Martinsville last night I thought was pretty good. And then you got the fight afterwards between Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano. Once again, somebody called in, and I hate these stupid call-in shows. I hate these. If you're going to call in, have a decent question to ask. Don't get starstruck. Because they did this call-in show afterwards. And somebody goes, I think Joey Logano needs to be fired from Chip Ganassi. I've been a Ganassi fan since I don't know when, and I just don't like Joey Logano. Let's see here, dude. Logano won the championship last year. He's not going anywhere. And then somebody goes, do you think NASCAR is going to suspend these two after this fight? Is there going to be any action taken? No. What NASCAR did was they called them to the competition hauler, to that NASCAR trailer, and they said, look, guys, whatever the beef is between you guys, you better cook it up and eat it. Even though secretly they're sitting there going, hell yeah, there's a fight. It's going to draw us fans. It's going to get our ratings up, which you need to get the ratings up during the race, not during the post-race coverage. It's going to get us hits on YouTube. It's going to make us popular again if we show a fight. No, it's not. No, it's not. What's going to get you guys out of the slump that you're in is to become a little bit less corporate. You're not Indy cars. You don't have to have Target on every on 5 different cars and all this. Get it back to the way it used to be. Go back to a normal point system. This playoff stuff is bullshit. Why are you having 36 cars out there if only 4 fucking cars are eligible for the championship? Why not just let those 4 cars run? Well, Joe, that would be more boring. It's boring now. Because when you watch it, when it gets down to the final 4, you don't care about anybody else but those 4. So that's my thoughts on NASCAR. I'm a guy. His name is Slapshoes, and he did a beautiful piece on North Wilkesboro. He did a piece on a ghost speedway that he found in South Carolina over there in Greenville. So I'm hoping to get him on here in the next few weeks to talk about this, or even maybe the next few days, talk about his YouTube channel and him going on these quests to find these abandoned speedways out of nowhere and just, get some coverage about them. Let's see, what else can we get into today? What else can we get? I'm not even watching Raw. Somebody just messaged me and asked me if I'm watching Raw. No, I have the TV off. But so yeah, it's just a bunch of crap. Ghost Speedway, what's your take on Ghost? Do I believe ghosts exist? Do I believe in the paranormal? I feel the same way, kind of, that's like asking me, your religion. And my take on religion is I know something put us here or someone put us here, but I'm not willing to point any fingers and say, yes, absolutely, that's what it is. So I'll take the same stance on ghosts. I can't point my finger and go, yeah, they exist. But I do know that, I believe in, like I said, I believe we're put here for a reason. I believe that shit happens for a reason. So I guess in a way I believe in luck and superstition and all that. So maybe that means I have to believe in, I don't believe in an afterlife. I really don't believe in an afterlife. You're dead, you're dead. That's it. It's like you permanently have gone to sleep. That's what I think death is like. So, no, there's no, now, in video games, ghosts are real. Ghosts are very real in video games. And this new video game, Death Stranding, that is getting ready to come out here in the next couple weeks. I plan on going, and I finally beat Red Dead Redemption 2. Now that I actually have free time to sit down and play video games, I finally got a chance to beat Red Dead Redemption 2 yesterday, actually. And I'm like, okay, now I can go trade this one into GameStop, which is the advantage of having physical media is that when you're broke and you want to put a down payment on an upcoming video game that you'll get when you get paid again, hello GameStop, you know. You can't do that with digital stuff, which I'll tell you, the only 2 physical copies of video games that I own are Zelda Breath of the Wild and Red Dead Redemption 2. Everything else I have is digital. But James was asking about the Ghost Speedway. Yeah, if you just type in like abandoned speedways or Ghost Speedway on Twitter, you'll find him. And it's amazing. Like NASCAR only ran one race there, and that was it. The guy who owned it went bankrupt after that, and the speedway just pretty much sat there for all eternity. But yeah, Death Stranding is a big game coming out. This new Star Wars game, everybody's hyped up for that. It's sad when people are more hyped up for that than they are for this new movie, which we'll talk about that later on at another date. But Death Stranding, when it's got Norman Reedus in it, kind of looking forward to that. Kind of looking forward to see how his voice acting is in it. I really wish Edwards was here, man, because I could go into... I want to get that guy's opinion on a lot of stuff. I miss podcasting with old Jeff Edwards, boy. But we're going to talk about a lot of things here in the next coming weeks. We're going to hit on Star Wars and get my thoughts on that. Kurt Sutter got fired recently. The guy behind Sons of Anarchy, probably my favorite TV series of all time, got fired by Disney. And what kills me is Sutter admits that he was a prick behind the scenes. That's the thing about Kurt Sutter. He doesn't pull any punches. He doesn't back into his SJW corner when the damn Politico police come crawling out. He faces them head on. Yeah, I got fired for being a prick and for wanting my artwork, my art, my passion, my writing to go a certain way. And I ruffled some mouse ears and they fired me. I say good for you, Sutter. I hope you could take the Sons of Anarchy IP to another network. Hell, AMC would love to have the guy, probably. HBO would probably love to have a Kurt Sutter television series right now. Hell, USA Network needs a series like Sons of Anarchy to help them stop relying on WWE for shit like this. The Paramount Network could come calling. The Paramount Network needs a new show too. Only thing they have is Bellator, keeping them afloat. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to try to broadcast another one of these on Friday. Maybe, hopefully, we could get Jeff Edwards or AC on, one of the two. I would say we could get old Bobby Ventura on, but apparently he hasn't cleaned his room, so he can't come out to play. And Bobby, if you're listening to this, where the hell did you go, man? Take care of those knees. Well, I start my quote-unquote physical therapy tomorrow. And even my orthopedic doctor told me, he goes, well, when the physical therapy doesn't work, we'll book you another appointment. Because he knows it's not going to work. Physical therapy is not going to heal a bone spur. It's going to make it worse, if anything else. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me here tonight. I'm tired. I got to work tomorrow. And who knows? Like I said, Friday night, maybe we'll be back with another one of these, if not Saturday. Maybe I'll try to pre-record something and throw it up on the channel. But you've been taken from pillar to post tonight. Golly, man. We got to stop feeding into this damn soapboxing on Twitter. We really got to stop this. I'm sitting here going through this thing, and like 50 freaking people have changed their shit to black and white. They don't care, guys. They don't care. They just don't care about you. You know, what's that Michael Jackson song? All I gotta say is that they don't really care about us. They don't. You can get on your soapbox and you can flap your gums and you can black and white your picture all you want to. But they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They don't care. They could fire you tomorrow. They're not going to fire you because they're afraid of more public backlash. Why, I don't know. Their stock's not going to drop because you freaking you fired Jordan Miles. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I just, it'd be a lot different if you mentioned it once. But once people like The Wrap and The Hollywood Reporter and everybody starts putting their bullshit spin on it, it just annoys the piss out of me. You're just like all these other feminazis and these idiots out there who think you're going to change the world. Come on. Come on. You think Vince McMahon and Triple H are really losing sleep right now? They don't sleep as it is. Fuck. Anyway, folks, follow me on Twitter at Joe Pillar to Post. Go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, and please hit subscribe. It helps us a lot. And hit that bell icon so you're notified every time I do go live. Now that I've finally figured out how to use this damn new YouTube thing, because YouTube has made it pretty much where you have to use an encoder. So, thank you everybody who checked me out tonight. We'll be back again possibly Friday. If we're not live on Friday, I'll try to have something pre-recorded before then. And you've just been taken from Pillar to Post. We'll see you down the road.